Yeah, I'm here.
What the freak, bruh? Two things. A, you came on at the exact same time as recording in progress. And welcome to another episode of Random Rantsz with three guys that know a little bit about everything. Dang, I haven't got tongue tied in a long time. Oh shoot, that was an R. Kelly lyric. I don't think we could say that. Is it okay to mention R. Kelly now that he got 30 years in jail? Or can you has the how does that work? Can people like start playing his music now because he already got sentenced, or can we start quoting songs from his, or do we just have to erase him from history? How do we proceed? Ideas.
Personal preference, I guess.
Oh shoot. Well, I'm kind of conflicted. I'm not quite sure how to proceed, so I'm just gonna pretend like I never said any of that, and we are going to start off with a rant. No, not a rant because Juan is not necessarily ranting, but Juan has a question that he wants to pose. But before you pose your question, Juan, Jeffrey.
What's going on,
Oh,
Tim?
okay. See, he's back, people. So no, we didn't kill him. So all the
The
rumors
cat
about us
doesn't
murdering
drag
him.
in. I'm the
No,
cat.
we didn't kick. Yeah, no, we didn't kick him out of the group. We didn't see him as
Or he
David
didn't
Ruffin.
kick us out of the group.
Or he didn't kick us out of the group like David Ruffin. You know, because
Since he's a star.
he is the star. What? Speaking of being the star, and you have a project. What the freak is the latest project, Jeff? Where you at?
It's
Yep, sounds
living,
interesting.
it's called Living R. Kelly.
No, that's first of all, that's not that is not the project, but it would make you a lot of money though.
It would, yeah. I just can't say. No. So it's called. It's a project where I play a drug user. I'm a bass head, as they say down here in the South Florida lingo. So I play this guy that he has like a regular a really good 9 to 5 life, and he just falls into that deep dark path of doing heroin, and I'm trying to fight those demons. The character's trying to fight those demons to get his life back, but then he falls back into that same trap, that same cycle of just one more hit, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get my life right, and it never is one more hit.
You know, it sounds like Tom Brady. That's how Tom Brady is with football. Is we thought he was gonna retire, then he came back. So your character is a actual junkie. Tom Brady is a football junkie. And speaking of junkies, we're gonna check your film out whenever it drops. But there is a film that unlike yours is actually like yours is complete or almost complete. Where there's a film that is not gonna be complete because it lost its director. So that was my segue to you, Juan. Go boom, throw it out there, boom, knock it out of the park. Segue.
Well, recently, so if I don't know if anybody which of y'all three has heard. Well, I said three. Which of y'all two have heard?
No, it's the third listener.
Well, the third is a listener.
Yeah.
Okay. And Fast and the Furious director Justin Lin dropped out. Apparently, he has a beef with Vin Diesel.
Oh, shoot. That I did not know. Yes, I knew he dropped out, but I didn't know that's what it was.
Yeah. Vin Diesel having poor work ethic, coming to the shooting late, and sometimes out of shape. And
but he does it all for family.
And also they said like just a conflict of the script where like Vin Diesel keep on putting like his own 2 cents and changing the script, even though they're already in production. This is not pre-production work or anything like that. So he's still trying to change the script on the fly, and I guess between him trying to change the script and the studio trying to change, put their 2 cents. And I mean, I understand the studio they dropping, I think it's $300 million. That's the top 10 most expensive films in all time. So I understand the studio, you put in that much money, you better have it 2 cents in. But I guess it was just too much for him. So he dropped out. Yep.
So the whole thing about Justin Lin dropping out because of some type of disagreement with Vin Diesel. Obviously, we know the history of Vin Diesel and the disagreement with other with big with other cast members, right? Like we've heard that, and they've been pretty good. Like, you know, but that thing between him and The Rock, and we have a podcast where we talk about it. To me, it's a $300 million for a movie. Fast and the Furious is insane, but that's what a franchise is, and I think it's 2 movies. It's not just one movie that's supposed to be coming. I think it's this one and then the last one.
While they wait, because they, you know, they're refund because of stuff Vin Diesel wants to change. It's $1 million a day for to pay the cash for while waiting.
So, all right. So Jeff, I have a question for you, and then it's for both y'all. So the thing is, my question to both of y'all is, given, and I know this has become Vin Diesel's franchise, right? But this initially wasn't a Vin Diesel franchise. He kind of picked up the reins, like, you know, later on, right? This kind of all of a sudden it became, oh, this is mostly about, you know, Vin Diesel and family and characters and stuff. How much say, and Jeff, this for you, you know, you've been in the industry and whatnot, and you've been on both sides of the camera, albeit obviously not on the same scale from a financial standpoint, as far as what you can get in terms of budget.
I'm gonna get there.
Yeah, no, of course not. But this is different though. But you're still shooting your own film, so you have majority control without studio interference. So you can be as creative as you want to be. So my question to you is, Vin Diesel as an actor, Vin Diesel as the name of the Fast and the Furious franchise, how much creative control should he have in a movie of this magnitude, where you, like Juan said, the industry itself, the production company is dropping, the studio is dropping $300 million, and him and the director, who is a well-known director, can't seem to get along. So how much input should he have?
I mean, Vin Diesel is Fast and the Furious.
Bullshit.
He is. I mean, he is. I mean, look, he's been there forever. What are you gonna do? Replace him? He is.
Yeah.
You kill him
No,
off, you do
a director is easily replaceable. You don't see directors on the screen. No one cares.
But if The Rock says he signs up for $10 million for 10 movies, but you gotta give it to Vin Diesel, please. Vin Diesel
They're not getting.
Vin Diesel will be out the door, and the movies will still be successful. All 10 of them.
No, you know why that would. You know why? The studio would have did that already.
That's not what he's saying though, Jeff. He was saying, remember you said you can't replace Vin Diesel. He's saying if you swap The Rock and Vin Diesel out, the movies will be fine, and you wouldn't miss a beat in terms of marketing. One can argue, because Fast and the Furious is a brand in and of itself, and The Rock is a brand in and of itself. If we've seen it with Hobbs and Shaw, right? How much money that movie made. One could argue that it may be a little bit more, even though I don't think you get bigger than Fast and the Furious, but it may be a little bit more marketable with, oh my God, Dwayne The Rock Johnson coming back as Fast and the Furious, to Juan's point. But I want you to continue explaining why you think Vin Diesel, because you was going to something. You were saying that Vin Diesel is Fast and the Furious, and you think you should have more say so, and why?
I think because the longer you continue a franchise with the same character, the harder it is for you to try to like tell them what to do. You know what I mean? He can do that because he's been there since the first one, you know, for the majority of them. How are you going to tell him, you know, if he wants to come there fat? I disagree with that. You know what I mean? But if he wants to do that, he's going to do that because he still represents nostalgia. He still is for people that were in high school watching it, that wanted to drive fast cars and stuff like that. So people are going to go want to see him. The older generation is going to want to go see him because of that. And then the people that are younger and watching now love the movie because their parents are fucking taking them to go watch. Excuse my language. So you can't.
We don't have a rating.
I know it's been a while. I've been on my, you know, I've been in my film world, so a lot of times you don't curse like that. But you can't get rid of him, man. Like he has that creative control, that creative input, because he's grandfathered in. No new actor on Fast and Furious can have a say, and he's been there from the beginning. You're gonna give. That's like an employee being at a company for a long time. Eventually, the managers, the CEOs, they're going to start coming to that person because they're going to be like, hey, you've been here for a long time. We want your input. It's just how it works. So
that is true. But a director though, Jeff, like you talking about Justin, you know, like, and while you could jump in, like just to kind of give a little bit of backstory, right? You talk about Justin Lin, right? He's been there for some of the most lucrative films, right? He was there for Fast, he was there for Fast and Furious, Fast and the Furious 5, Fast and the Furious 6. What else? Fast, didn't he do Fast 9 too, right? Like he did that one too. So he was there for a lot of it. So it's like, and he did, then not to mention like he did Star Trek Beyond. He's doing like, the TV shows, and he's a continued, and I get what you're saying, because it's Justin Lin, right? Because we've seen other directors direct Fast and Furious, it's easier to replace a director than it is for somebody of Vin Diesel's magnitude. But Juan, what do you have to say though? I'm just curious. But I know where you stand, but I'm just curious.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like for me. I think both like what you're saying, right? He is nostalgia. Sure, he's nostalgic, but let's get this straight though. One, I think he is replaceable going forward. And the last movies, he could have been replaced. The franchise didn't start off as his franchise. He wasn't even the main character of the franchise. Let's not forget, it was Brian who was the main character of the franchise, and his crew, most of them been there since day one as well. So Mia's been there since day one. I forgot the other girl's name, been there since day one. Ludacris been there since the second movie. So none of them was there in the third movie. He was there as a cameo. So like, who is he to come in and be like, oh, his value is more worth than the rest of his crew value, which everybody has put in work. You know what I'm saying? And I do feel that if somebody like The Rock was to come in, take over the reins, I do still feel like it'll still be successful without Vin Diesel, because he's not bringing, like you just talking about, he's bringing nostalgia, like that's fine, but The Rock is bringing stardom as well. You know what I'm saying? So I using The Rock, as example, but him, the way he's not showing up professionally for a $300 million movie should be alarming for the studio. Now, if this movie bombs, I do feel that they need to consider the direction, if there'll be a move, if there'll be a 11, or if there'll be a spinoff and they continue for the spinoff. So, but if it's successful, then of course, all things forgotten for money.
Hey, but go ahead, Jeff. Go ahead.
So, couple things. How much more successful can the franchise be with The Rock?
That was
already. Like, how much money did the last movie make? The Rock would have got them an extra $100 million. No one cares about that.
Possibly.
But who would care about that? Because they made what, $700-800 million, or was it $1 billion? Probably was $1 billion.
Yeah, they probably matched close to $1 billion.
So that really doesn't matter. Now, if the movies do start flopping, I agree. Yeah, then maybe he becomes replaceable. The other thing is why, and you mentioned, you said this and brought it up, but there's a part of that too.
It made $726 million. So it wasn't as high as people thought, I guess.
Yeah, because I thought we all probably thought it was $1 billion, right? But it was during the COVID. Yeah, that's true too. It would easily probably cross $1 billion. I think.
The other thing I wanted to say that you mentioned, Juan, which you brought up, was that Paul Walker's character was the main person,
mm-hmm.
and when he passed, he basically is carrying off that legacy of Paul Walker. Him saying that he's going to continue to make the movie, yada yada yada. You get rid of him, it's like you're also getting rid of that nostalgia about Paul Walker that you brought up.
What's the difference if Ludacris takes over?
No one's coming to see Ludacris as the main character.
You think people are coming to see Vin Diesel though? Ludacris been there since day 2.
Yeah, no, Ludacris. Yeah, Ludacris. They come to see him in his role, but you've ever seen Ludacris in a movie as the main character? We
don't want to do that, nor do we need to do that. But just
okay.
I'm using an example.
Yeah, no, I know.
Because he's not the only character that is nostalgic.
They have. I can tell you this.
They're all nostalgic. But he's the main guy.
So you feel like they're making $700 million because of nostalgia? Like the Matrix has showed that nostalgia does not own the nostalgia alone does not carry a movie.
That's a bad one because
I think I did not. Oh, why did you have to do you? One,
it's not a bad one.
Any
it's
other Matrix?
It's a perfect good example of one that they thought because of Keanu Reeves' star power alone was gonna bring in the reins, which it didn't.
We don't need this slander right now. That's all. That's what I'm saying.
I don't make the Matrix. I don't care. Like, so you're arguing nostalgia. Not to say he's not nostalgic. He is nostalgic, obviously.
And people gonna show up for nostalgia
for
sure.
It's not gonna nostalgia is not worth $700 million though. And 700 is like to answer your question. Like The Rock maybe could have pushed it forward, but I'm using The Rock as an example.
Yeah, just example because he was one of the.
Saying?
Yeah, because he did spend off of $760 million that Hobbs and Shaw made. $760 million.
Do you think, Jeff, that The Rock couldn't make that last Fast and Furious 9?
He did it though. He already did it with Hobbs and Shaw.
I don't think he could because I'll tell you why. He did it in a spinoff of Fast and Furious. Rock has a lot of flop movies as far as box office goes.
No, and he doesn't, Jeff.
Yeah, he does. The what's that thing? The thing he did with the white girl in the boat.
Jungle Cruise.
Yeah, that was a flop.
Jungle Cruise came out during the pandemic though. A lot of movies was a flop though.
Oh, we did pause
but it was both critically.
Oh,
wait, okay. Do you speak?
Which is Jeff's turn, actually.
Man, Jeff ain't got a movie. Oh, Jeff, you got a movie.
Up with a movie
what's a movie what's a movie? You got a movie that you should go watch?
Yeah.
Give us a movie you should recommend right now. Bottom of your heart. Pressure is on. Gun to your head.
It's been a long time, man. Fresh. Go watch that movie, man. It's crazy. It's weird, but for all the good reasons.
Wait, what's Fresh?
Well, I'm looking it up right now because he ain't coming out with details.
I'm thinking about Fresh, like the dude, the drug dealer.
The horror
kind of comedy that Juan doesn't like comedy kind of thing.
2022, yeah, horror.
I want to watch that. I forgot. Where can we watch it, Jeff?
Director Mimi Cave.
You can watch it on Hulu. I don't know if it's playing anywhere else, but Hulu.
Speaking of the Hulu movie, Joey King has a movie on Hulu that I want to check out. It's called The Princess. She's a murdering, slaughtering.
We gotta wait till next week for your.
Wait, we haven't seen it though. This is the promo.
That's it. That's the time.
He's trying to take his spotlight.
Jeff, trying to take his spotlight, Jeff. We're waiting for 15 minutes.
Wait, first of all, that is not for public consumption. People, they were not waiting for me for 15 minutes. I just had to arrive fashionably late because and obviously you can't see my face on YouTube, but Juan came fresh to death, right? So I was gonna even have my camera.
He got a ponytail.
Nah, this dude not only got his hair done. Look at his shirt. Is that Japan? That's a Japanese shirt, but wasn't made in China. That's a nice shirt.
Oh wow.
I'm just saying, I'm just asking. The people want to know.
First of all, so I have a pitch, and Jeff is already gonna kick it out the window. Says he don't not agreeing with passing the reins. But look, he will be my pitch. So you tell me yay, nay, I'll do as quick as possible. I know we got 6 minutes, right? So this is what they should do. I think they should do another spinoff, right? Kind of like testing the waters type of thing, right? And they do another spinoff with one of the side characters to see,
not Tyrese.
To see if they can do it, right? My pick would be Han, right?
Yep,
I would pick
exactly.
I would pick Han to do the movie. So I have a little write up right here. It's quick, and here's my pitch. Y'all tell me yay, nay. Y'all work for Universal. Y'all tell me y'all gonna green light this, right? It's a medium low budget. It's not low budget because it's one big name here because we need somebody to kind of push it up, right? It's not The Rock. All right, so the movie is called. it's a work in progress of the movie. Okay, with the title. Bonnie. It's called Han No Solo. Boom. Han No Solo, right? So this is not a Tokyo Drift 2, but I do see how it's supposed to be good and misinterpreted first of all, Tokyo Drift is an underrated movie, and it should have been
Juan, this is your
POV.
pitch.
But
Your pitch,
I know,
'cause we're out of
okay.
time.
You know, I got,
About-
I
We
got
got two other meetings. Yep,
Okay,
got two other
okay.
meetings.
So this is a modern Western, right? Modern Western type of movie, where Hans catches up to him, right? And his sister is in trouble. So now his sister is gonna be played by Aquafina, right?
Mm.
So you
The
kind of
water.
No, the actress, dog.
Shang-Chi. She's a Shang-Chi. She's the side
She's a
character.
comedian. She's
in
a
Shang-Chi.
dancer. Yeah.
Anyways, so Hans past catches up to him, right? This is a modern Western, kind of like I don't know if y'all seen Hell and High Water, kind of like Hell and High Water or Cowboy Bebop, mixed with Nobody, mixed with Top Gun, Top Gun with cars, right? So Tyrese will be in this movie, right? So while we got two characters that are funny, because they're gonna kind of go against each other, right? So then it's gonna be a heist, but not just one heist, multiple heists, like in Hell and High Water. The main villain, Jake Gyllenhaal, right? Boom. Now, in this movie, they have to get an old timer, right? It's because it's a heist movie. There's also always that one guy who's like, old school and all of that. That's gonna be Tom Cruise. If we could get Tom Cruise.
Oh Lord,
If
this
we
man
could
just
get
said
Tom
you
Cruise.
said
I
a
said
medium
one.
budget.
Well, I said
This
one.
man, yeah,
Okay,
you
give
need
me
half
one.
the budget going to Tom Cruise.
Exactly. If we could get Tom Cruise, that's big. I know. So Tom Cruise is the old runner, right? Who's the old heist guy, right? Who his partner, played by Ken Watanabe, which is played with Tom Cruise in The Last Samurai, is going to be the cop. So you have the cop going after Han, and you have Jake Gyllenhaal trying to kill the Han's sister.
Well, you said Jake Gyllenhaal too?
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal.
That's what you said who the villain was?
Yeah,
all
that's the villain.
So
yeah,
this is the thing.
There you go.
Two things you did. A, you talked up the time, so you
Wanda
don't have
no
no choice.
right?
But yeah,
I know,
he said
right?
ain't no budget, right? Yeah, that's what I heard. He must. Oh, you know what it is? This Fast and Furious on bicycles because we not even gonna be able to
Okay,
afford
it's low budget compared to Fast and Furious. Okay,
Exactly. See,
120
You
million.
should have started with that. It's low budget
gonna give them
compared.
Toy
Hey,
lightsabers.
I'm in no, for real. No. Hey, no, I'm gonna tell you why I'm in. Like a bunch of reasons. A, because Han I think is a character who can carry the movie by himself, and Jeff, I'll let you go. And I think I like anything that goes, I feel like anything that goes low budget, like it's fine. And then we have a lot of modern West, like Django Unchained, The Revenant, The Hateful Eight, like all of those, all of those modern Westerns that work extremely well. So I think that could work in the heist.
Yeah, and Tom Cruise could be replaced, but
no, I know, but forget the Tom Cruise thing. That's perfect. But I like the idea what you said. That's why I like it. So I like low budget, and I like Han, and I like evil guy being Jake Gyllenhaal. And sister, Ken Watanabe, so on and so forth. So, Jeff, what'd you say? Yeah, Nate, I'm all in.
I say yeah to the story, but no, because his budget is jacked
His
up.
budget gonna be high. No, that's what I'm saying. I don't mind like a Western, like a modern day Western heist film. That sounds interesting. Like
and that's a Western set. It's gonna cost you about $2 million.
Exactly.
It's a desert. It's a desert.
Yeah, but you gotta put stuff around. You gotta build a set. You can't just go out there. Hey, y'all, we're gonna wing it, bro. You ain't not gonna go to no Arizona.
You're really bootlegging it.
No, the filming will be in California, and we're gonna do a fake Japan in California to save money because you can't. Japan's too expensive because they charge a lot of people.
Fake Japan.
No, they do that. Like
I know they do.
Bullet Train, that's coming out with who is it?
That's Tom Cruise. I mean,
Cruise.
Bradley.
Yeah.
No. Bullet Train is Bradley.
No, not Tom Cruise.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah, with Brad Pitt and a whole bunch of people in it. So
that's the reason.
So it'll be like a dark comedy. So it'll be a darker Fast and the Furious heist, modern Western.
So speaking of dark, we are about to be in the dark because it's time for us to go. Until next time, people. Peace. Random Rantsz. We love you.
I'm gonna make y'all come up with some movies too.
What movies?